Mr. Speaker, I beg to move that leave be given to bring in a bill to allow subjects of Her Majesty's realms to enter the United Kingdom through a dedicated channel at international terminals, to ensure that all points of entry to the United Kingdom at airports, ports and terminals display prominently a portrait of Her Majesty as Head of State, the Union flag and other national symbols, to re-establish the UK Border Agency as Her Majesty's Border Police, and to enhance their powers to protect and defend the borders of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland and for connected purposes. Mr. Speaker, thank you for the opportunity to present this bill today, in which I propose a fundamental re-evaluation of how our national border operates as the gateway to the United Kingdom. The UK border currently orchestrates the arrival of over 101 million people each year. 40 million are UK nationals, 20 million are from the European Union and European Economic Area, and a mere 2.5 million come from Her Majesty's Commonwealth realms. And it is on this point that I stand before the House today. There is a great constitutional injustice occurring at our nation's border. It is an injustice that is not known to too many UK nationals. However, it is well known to the 73 million people outside of the UK who share Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II as their sovereign. Mr. Speaker, the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland is one of a family of 16 Commonwealth realms who form our oldest and closest union: Antigua and Barbuda, Australia, the Bahamas, Barbados, Belize, Canada, Grenada, Jamaica, New Zealand, Papua New Guinea, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the Solomon Islands and Tuvalu. The loyal people of these nations have fought alongside Britain, defended us and worked with us to form a global family of like-minded countries who share so much in common with our cherished history, heritage and traditions, our culture and identity, our constitutional arrangements and parliamentary democracy, legal system, language, and of course, in sharing Her Majesty as Queen. It is all too easy to forget that Queen Elizabeth II is not an exclusively British sovereign. She sits at the heart of the respective constitutions of the 15 other realms and is intertwined into the very fabric of each of these nations too. The Queen's image appears on their coins and stamps. Her name and symbols are visible on their insignia and emblems of government institutions. Politicians, judges and military officers swear an oath of allegiance to her on taking office, and she is technically charged with administering laws, issuing executive orders and commanding the military within the sovereign realms over which she reigns. Only last year, the Government of Canada decided to restore the royal prefects to the Canadian Air Force and Navy to recognise the role of the monarch within the heritage and constitution of Canada. Yet, the people of these nations have no special status upon arriving at the UK border and are sadly treated without reverence. It is a travesty, for example, that citizens from Australia, Canada, New Zealand and Jamaica have to queue up in the Foreign Nationals channel at London Heathrow Airport, while citizens from the EU countries, which have never really had any historical connection to the Crown or the United Kingdom, and in recent times were fighting against us in war, are allowed to enter alongside British citizens simply by virtue of their EU membership. Mr. Speaker, we should surely extend that basic courtesy to all of Her Majesty's loyal subjects overseas, who have enjoyed a much more enduring relationship with the United Kingdom and the Crown long before the genesis of the European Union. This bill does not propose an immediate change to current immigration and visa requirements, although I hope in time reciprocal arrangements can be put in place between the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth realms, but it will provide a visible, practical and relevant way to recognise those countries which have cherished and maintained a special relationship with the United Kingdom through the Crown. I propose a dedicated channel at international terminals for those from the Commonwealth realms, operating next to that for the UK, EU and EEA nationals, so that all of Her Majesty's subjects may enter the United Kingdom with appropriate decorum and not as second-class subjects. Of course, all 16 flags of Her Majesty's realms should be displayed on the signs pointing to this new entry channel, showing the whole world that being a subject of the Queen actually means something and is not just symbolic. As British passport holders, this has the added advantage that we could choose which queue we join. We could at last have the option of entering through the channel marked for Her Majesty's subjects or that for EU citizens. Mr. Speaker, I know which one I would choose. As it stands, I believe that categorising citizens of the Commonwealth realms as foreign is shameful, indeed an insult to our collective history, and especially to those with relatives who have laid down their lives in the name of the Crown. But, Mr. Speaker, this is not the only way in which our border falls short. Our international terminals are currently not obliged to display any symbols that proudly show our national identity. It is totally unacceptable that so often, when one lands in the United Kingdom, there is virtually no recognition that one has actually done so. No portrait of the Queen, no royal coat of arms, no Union flag, or any other symbol that portrays our great British identity. I believe that when visitors arrive at UK passport control, they should be left in no doubt that they have arrived in a confident and proud British nation. There is absolutely no excuse in not affording Her Majesty the respect she deserves at our national border as the United Kingdom's head of state. The Queen's portrait should be prominently on display at every entry point to the UK without exception, alongside the royal coat of arms, the Union flag, together with the flags of England, Scotland, Northern Ireland and Wales. Just as perplexing is the nondescript uniform and politically correct image of the so-called UK Border Agency. Even the symbol of the Crown itself has disgracefully been removed from their insignia. We should end the perpetuation of this bland, corporate and thoroughly ambiguous agency and re-establish this body as Her Majesty's Border Police. This would reflect the solemn duty of Her Majesty's officials to protect and defend our national border and give them the authority, standing and respect they need to be effective guardians of the gateways to these islands. Mr. Speaker, in this Her Majesty's Diamond Jubilee year, my bill would demonstrate the confidence, pride and bulldog spirit that the people of Britain expect Her Majesty's government to uphold in our nation today. I commend this bill to the House.
Order. The question is that the honourable member have leave to bring in the bill. As many as are of that opinion say aye. Aye. Of the contrary, no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. Who will prepare and bring in the bill?
Mr. Nigel Dodds, Rory Stewart, Bob Blackman, Steve Baker, Priti Patel, Jane Ellison, Mark Menzies, Kate Hoey, Ian Paisley, Mr. John Redwood, Thomas Doherty, and myself, Mr. Speaker.
No Lib Dems in that lot. Oh, we just didn't speak up earlier. I mean, I'd have done it if it had
Mr. Andrew Rosindell.
I have just noticed that if you want a ticket to go up there, you have to tick one of two boxes.
United Kingdom Borders Bill.
Second reading what day?
25th of January 2013, sir.
25th of January 2013. Thank you. We come now to the main business, backbench business,